Hey everyone, and welcome to this new video. In this video, I want to show you how you can implement adaptive lighting with Home Assistant right after the intro. Enjoy! For those of you who don't know what adaptive lighting is, a very brief explanation. Adaptive lighting actually comes from Philips Hue and is a way for either lamps that can only adjust color temperature or colored lamps to adapt their light color in such a way that it best matches the current time of day. This essentially means that at night, the light is a bit more yellow and somewhat dimmer, making it much more pleasant for the eyes, while during the day it is a bit brighter and whiter, which should help improve concentration. I tried the whole thing and have to say that I am extremely excited about it and think that it is really worth incorporating. So we are going to do that now. Let's jump right into the installation. This time it won't be quite as simple because unlike a regular plugin that we install, we also need to install the Home Assistant Community Store, abbreviated as HACS. However, the installation also depends on which version of Home Assistant you are using. I will definitely link the guide below, where you will find instructions for each type of installation. I have Home Assistant OS here, or in my case Home Assistant Supervised, but that is relatively similar. To do this, go to Supervisor Add-on Store, and in my case, I need to activate the advanced mode and then simply search for SSH here. So, after everything has been downloaded, we can start it and then click on Open User Interface here, paste the link from the installation guide, press Enter. And then it should also be downloaded here. Now you can see, remember to restart Home Assistant. We will do that now as well. So, we go to Settings, Server Control, and then Restart. So, after everything has been restarted, we go to the Settings under Integration, Add Integration, and then search for HACS here. It should appear here as well. Then we click on that. Please wait while the integration is being installed. This may take a little moment. So, now we really have to confirm often that we know how to read logs, that we understand that these are not add-ons, that we know everything is custom and untested, and that we need to disable our custom components. So basically, check everything once, submit it, and now we need to authorize our GitHub account. Attention! Anyone who does not have a GitHub account yet should create one at this point. So you go to the link, log in, enter this code here, and then click on Continue. Then you authorize HACS, and you will receive a success message. So you click on Finish, and now you have HACS Next. Additionally, you can find it here on the side in the bar. Now you click on it. You can already see that everything is starting. It may take a moment. Once it's ready, go to Integration. Click on the 3 dots for custom repositories, and then you can simply paste the link at the bottom here and click on Add. Next, go to Browse and Add Repositories and search for Adaptive Lighting. You should find it here as well. Click here, then the information from GitHub will be loaded, and you click here to install this repository in HACS. We click on Install here, and now you can already see a pending restart. We need to do this one more time. So let's go back to Settings, Control Panel and Restart. Confirm everything. Then we have to wait again until everything here is started. So after the restart is complete, we go to Settings, Integrations, Add Integration, and can now search for Adaptive Lighting here. Now, we just need to press it once, and the initial setup begins. We give this instance, meaning the group of lamps we want to control, a name. I will simply call it Office, Submit. Then everything is created here, done. We can see that directly here as well. We can click on Options here, and now we have a whole bunch of settings. For one, we can add individual lights at the top. We can set the RGB lamps to use an RGB color instead of the color temperature. We can set when the lights should turn off completely. For example, if they only have 1% brightness left, they should simply turn off. We can set how often the transition time should occur and how often the interval should happen. We can set the minimum brightness, the maximum brightness, the minimum color temperature, the maximum color temperature, and a sleep brightness. We can set a sleep temperature. We can change the sunrise time, if desired. We can use offsets for both and can, for example, set it so that the color should only change when the lights are turned on. We can set up takeover control, which means that if we manually change something on the lamps, that change will stop until the lamp is turned off and then back on again. We can set it up to detect whether changes have occurred from outside of Home Assistant. We can configure it so that we have separate on and off commands, and that's basically it. So you can change all these things if you want. Otherwise, just add the lamps at the top. I personally increased the minimum brightness a bit because it was otherwise a little too dark for me, to about 40%. And then I saved everything like that. Now you are basically done. Here's how it works. You can add multiple instances of these if you want different settings for different lamps or even different rooms. That's not a problem. And yes, that's basically it. I find the whole thing really pleasant. Feel free to try it out and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would really be very interested to know if you find it as enjoyable as I do. If you liked the video, please feel free to show your appreciation with a rating. And if you want to see more videos, feel free to click subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see each other again next week on Wednesday at 1:00. Until then, take care and goodbye.